shots per game. In the white is North Carolina State, in the blue is Virginia. It's game on here in Raleigh, and it's a big one in the ACC. It's the long ball forward here, and of course, Virginia here has real plans in trying to kind of break the rhythm today of North Carolina State. Early on in this one, Patty, the ideas from both of these two teams.
Well, when we talked to Mark Hubbard early this week, he noted he was interested to see what Virginia came out, how they played, where their line of confrontation was going to be. You're already seeing early, it looks like George Gallivanch will try to press North Carolina State deep and pin them in, try to create chances.
There's Parvu already involved. This one sits at the top of the box, swept out of there by North Carolina State. Your referee is Sergio Gonzalez. This is a tighter, narrower field, and certainly one of the storylines for UVA today will be adjusting to that. Isn't it true?
Well, yeah, there's a ton of different adjustments there. And I think for Virginia, a couple of keys early on here. They're going to want to stretch the game. That five in midfield, they will have the opportunity to play through those wing backs. And then on a small pitch, you see a good one in from Dang.
You're going to see a lot of long throw-ins here today.
We'll limit the set pieces. This is a small pitch. It's inside a track. And for Virginia, a big team starting 7 players over 6'2", can they limit NC State's ability to be dangerous on the set piece?
Forward here and then knotted down here by Virginia, swept away by Umberto Pela. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists on the year. And you can hear the North Carolina State fans in this one. They call their supporters group the Red Terrors. Long ball forward, and the athleticism up front of Virginia. They're very deep at the striker position. We'll get into that a little bit later, but they've got 2 pairs of strikers per the head coach, George Gallivanch, and expect to see all 4 of them today. Here's the nation's leading goal scorer. His first touch of the game, Donovan Phillip. He's brought down. It'll be a free kick.
Well, not even 2.5 minutes into this game, and you've already got a yellow card in the back line of Virginia, something to keep an eye on. But you see the pace and athleticism of big Donovan Phillip. This is a broken play, just a flick on, and it's an individual movement. And ultimately, Sebastian Pop has to take him down and take a yellow card. That's something to watch for the next 88 minutes of this match.
Yeah, Sebastian Pop now has to deal with the game very differently. Carrying that yellow card.
The yellow card was awarded to number 18 of Virginia.
And you got to credit Ibrahim Condé for just knocking that into the path of Donovan Phillip. Confirm who got that yellow card. It's not Sebastian Pop. It is Zachary Aaron Price who picked up the yellow.
Well, and Aaron Price is a young freshman who's had a fantastic year thus far, though he has gotten 2 yellows in a game early on in this season. Took 2 yellows against George Mason and was sent off. So, again, something to watch here early on.
Maloney and McLean stand over this. It's going to be Maloney! Shot it wide. Looked like a good offering off the left foot there. But a motivating free kick earned by Donovan Phillip and this set piece.
It's a good idea here from Riley Maloney, and he does not miss that near post by much. Gets it up and over the wall, just can't quite tuck it in that front post.
Riley Maloney here. You get another look at it from the standpoint of the UVA goalkeeper, Casper Moles. He returns tonight here from concussion protocol, so that's good news for them. 4 shutouts on the year for him. He stands at 6'4". And once again, turning provider is Ibrahim Condé, trying to create a good relationship up front here with Donovan Phillip early for NC State. Tyler Caton is the holding midfielder we featured in our open. Will be the real balancer in midfield for North Carolina State.
And he's a little bit of an undersized guy, but he's so technically sound, gets in really good pockets of space, and is able to clean up a lot of the messes that fall in front of that NC State back line. So he's going to have his hands full with Marco Dos Santos and that 5 in midfield for Virginia. But if anybody could take care of it, certainly it's Kate.
Conde trying to break through over here, and it's one back now by Sebastian Pop. Virginia tries to play out of their own half of the field, and North Carolina State now with the repress win the ball back. Good one to Conde, now trying to break through. Driving it forward was Caleb Tommy. So some good confidence through possession here for North Carolina State.
Well, it's been a good start here from the Wolfpack, just pushing Virginia deep, able to knock the ball around. Of course, just as you say that, knock one out of bounds, but they've really pinned Virginia in deep, and that man, Mark Hubbard, the job that he's done since coming to Raleigh has just been phenomenal. A 2-year turnaround, the first #1 ranking in the history of the program last week, and just pummeling opponents, only giving up 1 goal and not even one through the run of play, a set piece at that.
Second year for him. Former New Hampshire coach, took them to the NCAA tournament 7 straight times, and comes in as the 10th coach in program history for NC State. Brought a number of players from New Hampshire, brought some staff members for familiarity. But the Pack is back. It is college soccer at Colgate, and also played in the USL here in the United States. Off the long throw in again. It's Nick Dang hoisting it in there. Palin now. Ball clipped to the back post. Virginia is going to remain in possession here, though. Dos Santos. We spoke about Dos Santos. What a shot and what a save. Logan Erb with the right hand. Picked that one out of the corner. Targeted for the back of the net from Mark Dos Santos. UVA again, they clip it over the top. Erb again off his line, punches it away. He spoke to Mark Dos Santos.
It's tremendous work just to keep it in initially from Marco Dos Santos, and then he just goes to work individually, smokes one off the left foot, and that is a tremendous save from Logan Erb. Just gets a strong right hand, not only to parry that one, but to parry it wide and not allow for a second chance.
And Patty Erb had a number of bodies in front of him as well. Comes up with the spectacular save. Former San Diego State, he played there 2 years. He transferred, played at Dynamo 2 in Houston, Texas, with the MLS club. Last year split time, this year he is the #1. Nikola Markovic. A big ball that goes out of play. It's the 30th season for George Gelnevach. Won national titles in 2009 and 14. 6 times has been to the NCAA College Cup. 5 ACC titles. I mean, we could go on and on. You played for him, Patty. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, he's the general. He's as bright a mind in college soccer as there is. Of course, his 30th year, a real milestone. As we see a red card here.
Unbelievable. Well, they're going to take a look at it now. This is Tyler Caton, who looks in disbelief here for the Wolfpack. This is Sergio Gonzalez. Take a look here. Boy, this is a big moment in this game. You put a circle around.
Well, no doubt, and so early for a game-defining moment. Albin Gashi there going to the challenge with Caton, and I think Caton's making the case that Gashi puts his head low. We'll get a look back at it, I'm sure, again here. Yeah, that's going to stand, Glenn. That's really high and really dangerous. I don't think there's a ton of malintent from Tyler Caton, but you're going to put studs in an opponent's face, I think he's going to stand with a red card here.
Sergio Gonzalez, the referee, in discussion here with Mark Hubbard, the head coach of NC State. Does look like a tackle you got to pull out of, to your point, Patty.
The red card was awarded to number 12 of NC State, Tyler Caton.
So Tyler Caton is done for the day. It'll be 10-man North Carolina State, and this happens really, really early here. And this is one of those moments, Patty, you can look back at the end of the year and go, it was a significant moment in our season.
Well, it's a really tough break for Tyler Caton because, again, I don't think there's a lot of malintent there, though I do think it's a red card. The foot was very high. He put his stud straight to the face of Al Bengashi. But now there's a lot for Mark Hubbard to sort out. So you get another look here. It's just a flick from A.J. Smith, pops up, and it's just a locked out knee, studs to the face, and certainly I think the right decision there from Sergio Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's in real distraught here now because his team will now have to do it with 10 men against a very good Virginia.
Now there's a number of decisions as well for Mark Hubbard. You got to figure out who you're going to insert at that holding mid position because that's not a hole you can left void. But also, how are you going to set up tactically and systematically? It looks like he's going to remain with those two forwards in Phillip and Conde. But do you add a number in midfield, play three at the back? It looks like he's decided to go just with a flat three thus far and drop Santa Maria into that center spot.
Yeah, we'll see if that potentially could change here. Here's Virginia now getting in, and Logan Erb is off his line. And that was a tough one to predict here. An early red card in this one to Tyler Caton. Well, based on the way you look at North Carolina State, they are a team that, you know, could defend, keep the game in front of them, and play on the counter through the type of striker they have in Donovan Phillip.
That's right, Glenn. And I think what you'll see now is a flat three in midfield that will sit very deep and make it a block of four and a block of three. Leave the two forwards high and try to just put balls into a couple very physical strikers. See if you can manufacture a goal, perhaps on a set piece like this, and then make it really tough for Virginia to break those lines and find a goal of their own.
Look at Casper Moles there, the graduate student from Denmark, a transfer from Kentucky. Caleb Trunks played 2 games in goal, played very well according to George Gelnevach. Did a great job. He was actually their number 3. Riley Maloney off the free kick here for North Carolina State. To the back post it goes. Headed across the face of goal and headed away. But still not out of the box yet. In it comes again. Still pinballing around the box here, and finally Virginia will get a little bit of relief here. Caleb Tommy now. About 78 degrees here, so it's a good night for soccer. Logan Erb. North Carolina State now maybe will try to control the game a little bit more through set pieces and kind of maybe slow this thing down a little bit. Off the long throw towards the near post. Phillip was dragged down right in front of the referee. No call, cleared by Virginia.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Sergio Gonzalez go to the monitor here, although it doesn't look like he's going to do so.
No.
This is how NC State's going to manufacture a goal, if they are going to manufacture a goal in this game. These long throws so dangerous into a very physical Donovan Phillip.
Isaac Heffis off the long throw from Brookline, Massachusetts. He's one of those New Hampshire transfers. Good defensive header by University of Virginia now. They get it wide, they whip it in, and the cutout by Virginia. You wouldn't think that North Carolina State is down a man, and that's rifled over the top. And right into the supporter section, the Red Terrors.
But it's been a really good response these last 5 minutes since going down a man from the Wolfpack, pinning Virginia in and creating some half chances here, trying to find that opening goal.
Big switch of play and a good one. Alex Parvu now. Off the turn, the shot is blocked. A.J. Smith and Nicholas Simmonds up front are two big physical presences for Virginia. Patty, I got to tell you, these are big strikers that are out here today.
Well, you don't see 6'4" and 6'4" in a striker pairing very often, really at any level of the game, but that's what you're going to get from Nick Simmonds and A.J. Smith. You noted off the top of the show that George Galovich has deployed two pairs of strikers and really rotated them. Well, this pairing is the first time that we've seen Simmonds and Smith in the game together, starting together. A.J. Smith, his first start of the year. That's by design from George Galovich. He wants to impose the physicality of those two on an NC State backline, see if they can manufacture some goals.
Sebastian Pop now to Nick Dang. Transfer from Lipscomb. He was all ACC second team last year, Nick Dang. Well, there may be big strikers, but there's a number of 6'4" and 6'2" central defenders here today on both teams. Smith trying to get the crossing. And you're going to get a free kick here. Ibrahim Condé called for the foul. Sebastian Gonzalez had to make a big decision early.
It's clumsy here from Condé. Good touch there from Gashi just to get to the ball first, and no doubt a foul there. Perhaps a bit fortunate for Condé not to go into the book. Nonetheless, this is a really dangerous spot for Albin Gashi. He's so good on these set pieces. Look for him to whip this ball towards the back post. See if perhaps he can get a skip and find that back post in the back of the net.
Gashi from Sweden has a goal and 2 assists on the year. You see him wearing the captain's armband. He's second on the team in shots. He's going to clip it exactly where you thought he would. It teased the goalkeeper off the line, goes out for the goal kick. Well, Logan Erb has come up with some big saves. He has won the starting job this year. No more sharing it. But he has been outstanding for North Carolina State, Patty.
Well, he has indeed. And if your team goes down a man just minutes into the game, you're going to ask for some big things from your goalkeeper. So look for him to play a big part tonight. We've already seen a fantastic save on a Marco Dos Santos left-footed shot. But we've seen that all year, as you see just a fantastic goalkeeper. As you noted earlier, he split time last year with Enzo Carvalho. It's his job now this year, and he has stepped in and filled those pipes, and he's doing a tremendous job for Mark Hubbard.
He has only been beaten once, remarkably, this season. Condé now trying to break out down the right side for the Wolfpack. And good win back by A.J. Smith, who gets the start. He's got a goal and an assist. Here's Virginia. This is dangerous here, and it's a final bad touch there from number 21, Marco Dos Santos. You wouldn't expect that from him. And boy, we're going to get a look here again from Sergio Gonzalez, because Marco Dos Santos believes he was fouled.
Well, it's a good ball over the top, and Marco Dos Santos is in on frame. There is a contact with that left hand Nico Markovic on Dos Santos. That being said, Dos Santos takes a little bit of a tough touch, and I would be surprised to see this one given. If it is given, though, Glenn, NC State's going to find themselves down 2 men here 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he looked like he went to ground pretty easily after that touch, but it comes down to one man. Well, this has been a dramatic first half here. So they're calling it no foul. And Sergio Gonzalez is explaining this to George Gelnevach now.
I think that's the right decision, Glenn. There is contact, but it's very minor. Marcos Dos Santos takes a bad touch going straight into the hands of Logan Erb, and that would be a really, really tough penalty or red card to call on an NC State team that may feel a little hard done already with the red card of Tyler Caton.
Yeah, good point. Marco Dos Santos, by the way, on the year has 6 assists. The game-winning assist against Louisville. Spent 2 years at BC. But he had that wonderful left-footed shot cutting in early that forced a huge save out of Logan Erb.
Well, Dos Santos is a player that we've seen through the first 9 games of the year play alongside Nick Simmonds as a forward. Now he's being deployed a little bit deeper.
Penetrating pass here and not able to take it with him was Ibrahim Condé. McLean knocks it back. Here's Maloney now. McLean, nice one touch here to Condé. And North Carolina State will get a throw-in. Good look at the college soccer environment here in Raleigh. Field is very conducive to the long throw, and you're going to get it here from the Wolfpack. Comes towards the near post, defended well by Virginia. Ephes again off the long throw. It's hoisted in again. It's headed out again. It comes back to Ephes. It's got a little bit of time. It'll get curled in. That's a dangerous ball. Oh, what a save. Second chance for North Carolina State. Casper Moles equals what Logan Erb's doing on the other end of the field.
Well, we told you that NC State was going to be really dangerous on the set piece. This is a broken play. It gets put back to Healy. That's a tremendous ball into the box. Finding the head of Donovan Phillip. He does really well. A snap header on frame, but that is a world-class save from Casper Moles just to push it wide, and ultimately the danger is cleared. But NC State has really risen to the occasion after going down a man, and they are asking a lot of questions of that Virginia back line.
Playing like a number 2 ranked team in the country. Erb. Phillip has room here. Driving to the end line, will get a cross and nobody in the box with him. And Virginia will get a throw in here. How much of this, Patty, right now is by design by Virginia, and how much of this is just the pressure that North Carolina State is putting on them?
I think very little is by design in terms of how successful NC State has been going forward. You're seeing Donovan Phillip drop in between the midfield and back line of Virginia, pick up the ball in space and able to run at the back line. You have to see one of those 3 center backs for Virginia run with Phillip, get on his back, do not allow him to get steam going, because once he gets going, he's a very big man and very hard to stop.
He has been a one-man wrecking crew. 14 goals, leads the nation in goal scoring. Here is this week's featured ACC Network women's soccer match. We got a big top 10 battle Thursday night, 7 Eastern. It'll be number 2 Notre Dame hosting number 6 Florida State at Alumni Stadium in South Bend. You can also catch it on the all-new ESPN app. That will be some good ACC women's soccer.
Nate Norman's team is absolutely rolling. Trounced Louisville 5-0 over the weekend.
Virginia now a little calm in the storm that they've been dealing with here. Here's Nick Dang. They're trying to target the run there in the channel of A.J. Smith. George Gelnevach told us he thought they could have some success with runs in the channels here today. Jesus de Vicente here from Valencia, Spain, off the throw. Crossing opportunity, not a bad looking ball here. The header, it's 1-0 Virginia. Sticking it home is Nicholas Simmonds off the wonderful delivery there from De Vicente.
Well, we told you from the start that if Virginia was going to have success against a stingy NC State back line, they were going to do it in wide areas. This is just a simple 1-2 off a throw-in. Jesus de Vicente does really well to push it to his left foot, whips one in, and lets the big freshman go to work. That is a just fantastic header from Nick Simmonds. He rises to the occasion, snaps it to the back post, and absolutely nothing Logan Erd can do. 1-0 to the visitors.
That is a fifth on the year for Simmonds. He had 2 goals against Wake Forest. And the celebration is on for the Cavaliers. Goal comes in the 20th minute. Only the second goal all season that North Carolina State, NC State has conceded. And the first at home here.
But it's going to change the dynamic of this game because NC State now down a man, down a goal. They're not going to be afforded the luxury of sitting in and trying to frustrate Virginia and just find a goal through the counterattacking play. They're going to have to throw some numbers forward at times and see if they can climb back into this game. A lot of time left, not a time to panic, but it's a tall task against a very talented Virginia side.
Casper Moles has come up with a big save for Virginia. On Donovan Phillip moments ago. It's going to go right into the box here. That's Donovan Phillip down. Kind of clutching his face here.
And I don't see a lot there, Glenn. Just a classic tussling on a set piece, and I think Nick Dang just maybe falls awkwardly on the back of the leg of Donovan Phillip. But center referee Sergio Gonzalez is going to earn his paycheck here tonight because this is going to be a physical game throughout the entirety. And with that red card, the emotions are already at a high.
That's a great point. He's going to be in a position tonight to make some very serious decisions. And if there's a few more yellow cards dished out in this one, good potential somebody else could get sent off.
The previous play is under review.
So they are going to review this.
Well, Sergio Gonzalez is going to earn his paycheck. I think the replay booth is also going to earn their paycheck because he's now gone to the monitor for a third time here just 20 minutes into the game.
And there's the lobbying you're going to get from both coaches, Mark Hubbard and George Gelnevach. But boy, this has really been a stop and start kind of game here. With the early red card to Tyler Caton of North Carolina's NC State.
And now Sergio Gonzalez giving each head coach a yellow card, trying to get the emotions just to be a little bit tempered here as you see George Gelnevach and Mark Hubbard exchanging words with one another.
Take a look at Donovan Phillip there. I mean, he does get wrapped up.
It almost looks like Conde wraps Dang and Dang wraps Phillip. I think this is going to be a quick review. It is a quick review now here.
When he's outside the box when it happens, he falls into the box. Well, there's Donovan Phillip. He's had 3 game winners. He's a big piece of a comeback in this one here today, provided he is okay. Had one good chance, a header that looked destined to go in, only to be denied by Casper Moles. NC State comes in after a 3-0 victory over UNC Wilmington. And Virginia coming into this after a 3-2 win against Milwaukee. Toughest part of the schedule coming up for both these teams. There's the numbers on Donovan Phillip. We would expect him to come back on. So Virginia in command, playing a man up against NC State and with a goal. Nicholas Simmonds with the goal in the 20th minute is the difference here. Glenn Davis alongside former captain Patty Foss of Virginia. Alex Parvu off the throw. He had 2 assists against Wake Forest. And the goals were flowing in that game. Trying to turn the corner here is A.J. Smith for the Cavaliers. It's a big header to win it back. I'm assuming, Patty, we expect a lot more direct play today, even more so from NC State.
Well, I think they were always going to be fairly direct against a Virginia team that has been susceptible to the counterattack. But the big question when they went down to 10 men was, what does Mark Hubbard do from a tactical standpoint?
Good looking cross here. Get back to that in a second. Legging this one down is Donovan Phillip all the way back in his defensive third here. He's going to drive it forward.
Well, and I think that technical change has been Donovan Phillip is slipping into midfield, playing really like a right midfielder in that diamond when NC State is out of possession. And so we've talked about Donovan Phillip and what he brings to the front line as a center forward. Now you're going to see him deployed a little bit deeper just out of necessity for an NC State team that's shorthanded.
But capable of this type of combination play as well. This is Tommy. He has continued his run forward here. He's found Healy. Healy's going to play it to the left side of the field here now. This is Maloney who's pushed forward. There's a nice clip ball to the back post. Nobody there, and calmly chested down. Right back to the goalkeeper. De Vicente back to Moles there. Jesus De Vicente with the critical cross that led to the goal in the 20th minute from Simmonds. McLean brought down. It'll be another free kick here. And a chance for NC State to load up the box. There's some changes here now. Drew Lovelace is going to come on for Healy.
For NC State, number 15, Hayden Payne. Number 17, Caden
Payne for Condi up front.
And number 22, Drew Lovelace.
And Caden Tolentino also will come on. Now it's another set piece here for NC State. Less than 20 minutes left here in the first half. Into the box it comes. It teases Moles off his line. He took a bump. It's going to be a free kick, Virginia. Getting in there was Nikola Markovic.
But it's more physical play in and around the box. You see just kind of driving Sebastian Pop into his own goalkeeper is Aiden Payne. And a good decision there from our center referee, but an NC State fan base behind the goal maybe not too pleased with it.
Oh, here comes Virginia now. It was Pele trying to glide forward there. De Vicente knocked it forward to Simmonds, the goal scorer. Good possession here from Virginia. They play away from pressure nicely here. And foul and a free kick. And out comes the yellow card. So, Patty, some thoughts here on how North Carolina, NC State has dealt with. We'll get to that after this.
It's a silly foul there from Jesus De Vicente, 80 yards from your own goal and taking a yellow card. But to your earlier question, NC State, the response has been quite good, and they've looked pretty comfortable even playing with 10 men, going at Virginia at times and really frustrating Virginia on the attack again, with the exception of one moment of brilliance from De Vicente finding Simmonds in the box. This really could be a scoreless game.
Dos Santos, Harvu. Control there from A.J. Smith, allowed for a tackle, but Virginia stays in possession here. Players from Spain, players from Italy on this roster for UVA. That should be an NC State throw-in. College basketball season starts November 3rd. ACC Network will get you ready. ACC tip-off once again from Charlotte. The annual preseason media days. 8 hours of coverage beginning 9 a.m. Eastern for 3 days for the women. The women tomorrow, Tuesday morning, and then the men Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. Previews, interviews with all 36 coaches and players from each team. You can always watch each day streaming on the all-new ESPN app. So everybody ready for the college basketball season starting on November 3rd. Dale Soccer Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. Glenn Davis, Patty Foss. Virginia with a 1-0 lead over NC State. Here's what's at stake. NC State playing a man down 8 minutes in. And their key midfielder, Tyler Caton, sent off. That shot flashing wide to the left of Herb.
Get another look at what Nick Simmonds is capable there, dropping in a little bit in midfield and taking one off the turn. But if you're NC State dropping into that low block, you're going to allow Virginia to have a go from distance and take your chances. It's just a numbers game, and if you're going to force 25-yard shots all night, I think Logan Herb will be pretty happy with it.
Nick Simmonds is a freshman from Midlothian, Virginia, has represented Jamaica at the under-17 and under-20 level. Tonight he picks up goal number 5, and that is the difference right now. Maloney to the back post. There's a second ball in there. Gotta love the fan interaction of the college game. Swept forward here. Brought down beautifully by NC State. Phillip is down again. Here comes Virginia. They got a good run on the right side of the field here by Parvu. Parvu's going to get it. Parvu's going to curl it back. Nobody in the box hitting the penalty spot. A threatening looking cross. And the referee, Sergio Gonzalez, getting in the way of this one. Sebastian Pop from Drammen, Norway. Aaron Press back to him. Checking in is Gashi, who's always an option for his center backs. How about from the perspective of Virginia, Patty, how they've dealt with this?
I think they've been sloppy, to be fair. I think they're going to have the lion's share of possession for the entirety of this game, but they've really been sloppy on the ball. They need to pivot the game quicker, side to side, stretch NC State in midfield, see if you can get the ball into wide areas. We saw what happens when they do, and that's where the goal came from. So can you get the wingbacks more involved, pivot the game through those 3 center midfielders, and start to go at NC State a bit more to close out this final 12 of the first half and on to the second?
That's Parvu and De Vicente you're talking about.
That's right, and you would have to think that we're going to see Reese Miller at some point here inserted in the game to try to provide a little bit of energy. But Parvu and De Vicente, as you see again, Nick Dang just coming in a little bit too overzealous there on Aiden Payne. But De Vicente and Parvu are not going to be asked to do a lot of the defensive side just because of NC State's lack of numbers in midfield. So can they start to bomb forward a little bit, take a few more chances, see if you can find a second goal here before the break?
Casper Moles aligning his backs here again. Giving away free kicks here is an opportunity for NC State to load up the box here tonight. And it becomes even more important when you're playing a man down. Off the delivery is Maloney. Maloney's ball's a good one. Here's a shooting opportunity. It's lashed off the side netting. Big chance there to equalize. And a big opportunity for McLean.
Well, we told you that this NC State team is so dangerous from the set piece. This one just gets a tiny flick and falls to the feet of Justin McLean. He does really well to wrap his hips around this one. Just can't find that near post.
A.J. Smith trying to get turned. It's one back by NC State. Joining us late, an 8th-minute red card to Tyler Caton. NC State has them playing a man down here. 20th minute goal from Nick Simmonds. Simmonds is the difference. Virginia wins it back here. Eden.
First quarter coming here for UVA. We told you, though, 7 players in this Virginia lineup over 6'2". Look to find one of those big heads and find that second goal.
Donovan Phillip back there defending again. Really has come down to a lot of the play in the boxes tonight. Here is a good look at the lone goal of this game.
Well, there's not a lot to it. It's just a throw in, a good 1-2 out wide, a fantastic ball into the box from Jesus De Vicente. And he lets the freshman go to work. He just gets up really well, nods that one down across the frame, and pass an on-looking Logan Erb. That's a fantastic header from the freshman to find his 5th goal of the season.
And so far, maybe the story of this game is just really how you're playing in your box tonight, both from an attacking and defending standpoint. And a lot of activity in both boxes. Hubbard off the bench. Year 2 has really provided quite a turnaround here. NC State currently ranked number 2 in the country. Virginia number 16. Again, a long throw, and this is a long throw. It's helped on. It's still loose in the box. Moles comes, still hasn't cleared it. Trying to get a shot off his NC State and then finally cleared. What a sequence this was. It just pinballed around the penalty area forever.
Well, this is exactly what George Galnavach is trying to avoid, because that long throw is so tough to deal with. When a ball bounces around like that, strange things can happen. It can bounce up and hit a hand. And so Virginia, they really got to limit these coming off the set piece.
Again into the near post. It's flicked on. Another long throw coming.
Easy, easy.
Ephes to take it. It's still loose. NC State trying to get a foot on it. Moles will pounce on it. You saw that graphic. "13 set-piece goals this year. 11 of them have come at home for NC State. And in 7 of 10 games have scored off set pieces. So it is such a big part of their repertoire." It's a miss hit from Logan Erb. And Virginia can walk it up here and get the throw in. Under 6 minutes left here in the first half. Nick Dang now to counter the long throw in from NC State. Join us Friday, 7 p.m. on ACC Network. It'll be Clemson traveling here to Dale Stadium to take on the second-ranked NC State Wolfpack. Also available on the ESPN app, and that's Mike Noonan and Clemson coming to Raleigh. That's another game you won't want to miss here on the ACC Network. Virginia makes a change. Triton Beauvoir comes on. Generally comes off the bench and goes up front for George Gelnevach in Virginia. Well, Patty, having been on teams playing a man down, it is a real mental battle, isn't it?
Well, it is indeed. And really in the first half, to go down a man in the first half is more of the mental battle then, because the physical hasn't set in yet. It's when the mental meets the physical sometime midway through the second half that you're really going to see what this NC State team is made of. But you got to think Mark Hubbard has to be pleased with how his team's responded. They went down really early on an 8th-minute red card, and they've withstood a lot of the Virginia challenge, and for long portions of this first half have really been the better team.
Yeah, they're playing the game higher up the field. This time it's not benefiting them on this attack, but they have played the game higher up the field. We'll get the head coach of NC State, Mark Hubbard, here at the end of the first half. That's the plan. Dang will play it wide. Virginia trying to get into the box here with goal kick. That was Marco Dos Santos again, being a bit of a live wire here today. Logan Erb off the goal kick. When you're a college coach, that's not the way you want to have a game start tonight with a player sent off.
There's another just clumsy challenge, this time from Drew Lovelace, coming in on Berto Pella, and that one certainly is not going to feel good for the senior from Italy.
Captain of the team from Milan, Italy. And another yellow now to Drew Lovelace. So with a handful of players now carrying yellow cards, it'll certainly put Sergio Gonzalez in some situations as a referee. That will be interesting.
And that's got to be a message from George Gelnevach in particular to his team at halftime. He's got a few players in Jesus De Vicente, Zach Aaron Price, both on that left-hand side, sitting on a yellow card. You're up a man, up a goal. You can't do anything silly that is going to put that at risk in the second 45. Knowing George, that will be a message in the locker room, and he's a veteran guy with some veterans on the pitch, and they should be able to find a way to salt this game away.
Clock stopping here, under 3 minutes left, and starts again here. Beauvoir trying to get in there, and Erb will come off his line. Certainly has his stature and the build of a big goalkeeper. time he's been beaten at home. NC State has only conceded 2 goals all year long. Moles, Dang. Taylor made himself available beautifully. He didn't connect though and execute the pass out wide. It'll be a throw in Virginia now.
There is 1 minute remaining in the first half.
Under a minute left here. Patty begin to put a bow on this first half.
Well, I think NC State going down a man, of course, in the 8th minute changes the dynamic of the game, but the Wolfpack have been the better of the teams for me.
Half not over yet. Into the box they're trying to get here.
It's just been too lackadaisical from Virginia in possession. They haven't been able to find real quality in the attacking third. And credit NC State, they've made it really difficult, put numbers behind the ball, and pick their times to go forward and create on set pieces like the one coming.
One more chance off the long throw here as we tick down towards the end of the half. It's flicked in towards the near post, but Moles will get there. Good steady hands there. Good catch from Casper Moles, the graduate student. First half is going to come to an end, and it has been one that has been full of set pieces, corners, long throw-ins, long direct balls into the box. A lot of that today, Patty.
Here in the second 45, and not allow NC State to even advance into that attacking third, to be determined. But you would like to think so if you're George Galnavach, up a man, up a goal.
Game on here in the second half, and the white is NC State, and the blue is Virginia. Virginia holds a 1-0 lead. Alongside Patty Foss, I'm Glenn Davis, and here comes NC State getting into the box right off the kickoff, the shot over the top. Well, they've come out with real intention here. Drew Lovelace goes over the crossbar.
NC State's not going to go down without a fight here. It's a good run from Callum Tommy up that right-hand side. Cut one back for Drew Lovelace, who can't put it under the bar, but that is a perfect start here for Mark Hubbard's men.
Holly Springs, North Carolina, where Drew Lovelace is from. He's got a goal today, his 10th appearance. The referee is Sergio Gonzalez. A reminder again, NC State playing a man down after in the 8th minute, Tyler Caton was sent off. And you can see the graphic there telling you what is at stake here tonight. Sebastian Pop there cleaning that up there. The solid defender for Virginia at the back has played for Norway at the under 20 level. And there is your nation's goal scorer, Donovan Phillip. Currently on the bench right now.
Very normal for Mark Hubbard to start Phillip on the bench to start the second half. You do wonder, though, how long will he leave the big man there, knowing that you need to find a goal in this game and knowing that Donovan Phillip is the most prolific goal scorer in Division I college soccer right now.
Had the best chance in the first half. His snap header was denied with a fantastic save by Casper Moles. And you seemed a little bit disappointed as an ex-Cavalier, Patty, in the way that they handled the first 45 minutes despite leading 1-0.
Well, there were positives and there were negatives. I just think as a whole, it was a little bit sloppy from Virginia. They have quality, especially through midfield, to play in possession, to play a really attractive brand of soccer and go at NC State. We didn't see that in the first 45. And give credit to NC State because they were very organized. They got behind the ball and they made it tough on Virginia. But I think for Virginia, especially those midfield three of Dos Santos, Gashi, and Pella, have to show a bit more quality. They have to get on the ball and they have to find a rhythm here that we didn't see in the first half.
Yeah, and maybe really take advantage of the fact that they are playing with an extra man. Quick restart here. Dave Vicente got that cultured left foot. He's got the assist tonight to Nick Simmonds. Simmonds checking back to the ball, and a big switch here from Di Vicente. I think this is kind of what you're talking about here right now. Vicente's cross is cut out after some confidence building possession from Virginia. And a great tackle out of the middle from Gashi. He's continued his run out wide. Here's Virginia trying to break through, and off his line is Logan Erb, but again it was Simmonds prowling around the penalty area for Virginia.
That's a really well-timed tackle there from Alvin Gashi in midfield for Virginia. But to start this half, the first 4 minutes of the second half, Virginia has shown a lot better spacing in midfield. They're stretching the game. They're getting to wide areas. And you see here both Di Vicente and Gashi bombing down that left-hand side. It's a good first touch here from Nick Simmonds. Just can't quite get to the second. And well done there from Logan Erb to come out and smother the chance.
That'll be a free kick here for NC State. Logan Erb's coming out of goal and pushing everybody forward here to take it. Comes to the edge of the box. They look for the flick on. Markovich involved down that side of the field.
Two big bodies in Simmonds and Markovich going at it. Certainly a bump in the back of Markovich there. And then it's just a little bit of immaturity from Nicholas Simmonds. It's totally unnecessary and very worthy of going into Sergio Gonzalez's book. But if you're a freshman in a game in which you're up a man, up a goal, you can't be doing things like that.
So now he picks up a yellow. Players carrying yellows. De Vicente, Lovelace.
Well, and one of the players carrying yellow for Virginia is Zach Ehrenpreis, and he's been removed from the game by George Galnavich, inserting Jed Akwaboah into that left center back spot. That's a good decision for me from George Galnavich. This is a game that's been back and forth, and having to deal with two very physical, very pacey forwards for NC State on a yellow card is just not a risk that you need to take if you're Virginia. So Akwaboah will take over at that left center back, and this is him on the ball now.
Yeah, Ehrenpreis got that yellow very early in the game. This is Ibrahim Condé now for NC State. He'll knock it back into midfield. They try to release Thomas Lamai, who's in his fifth year, came over from St. John's. There's a good look at Ibrahim Condé. Had some good flick-ons in the first half, was really trying to partner up in a big way with Donovan Phillip, the nation's leading goal scorer. Long ball that's got to be dealt with here. And it's won back nicely. Simmonds. Gashi got it wide. They're going to whip a good-looking cross, and nobody at the back post. Getting over to get there, though, is De Vicente now for Virginia. Simmonds. De Vicente is going to knock it back. Sebastian Pop now. Good entry ball to a striker, tackled away there by Markovic. And NC State will get the free kick. Well, you just mentioned a minute ago, Nick Simmonds has got to be careful here. Yellow card coming to the bench of the Wolfpack.
A 6-year backup goalkeeper, Maddox Francis there. Maybe a little bit mouthy with Sergio Garcia, but I'll tell you what, when Sergio Garcia pulled that yellow card and started walking toward the bench, I was a bit nervous because, as you'll remember, Mark Hubbard, head coach for NC State, is also on a yellow card. So something to watch here as time ticks down and the emotions tick up.
Yeah, both Mark Hubbard and George Galnavach were yellow carded at the same time. The referee, Sergio Gonzalez. One pass away from it was NC State. Maloney pushes it forward. Picking out Tolentino, but he loses possession. And that's not the best of balls, right up the heart of a team here. Here comes NC State. They're going to earn a free kick, or are they? No. Hefes off a throw. Lobs it forward, the flick on. Oh, look at this. NC State is in. The shot is saved and cleared. A flick on off a throw-in from the halfway line led to this chance. And Casper Moles is up to the task today.
Well, and this is what you get from NC State. They can beat you at an instant. It's a good flick in behind. This is just a really good cutback there from Ibrahim Condé, finding an on-rushing Drew Lovelace. Cuts his angle down a bit, and Casper Moles does well to take out that back post, but NC State pushing for that equalizer.
And here it comes again, the long throw-in. It's Isaac Hefes. The New Hampshire transfer goes towards the near post. Boy, you said it. That was a wonderful layoff from Ibrahim Condé on that last attack. Back in the box he comes. Ball is still loose. Back there defending is your game's goal scorer. And he gets scissored by Markovic. And it's going to be a free kick for Virginia.
And this is a really bad tackle from Nikola Markovic, leaving his feet, catching just that Achilles of Nick Simmonds. And for me, I'm shocked that he's not entering Sergio Gonzalez's book with the yellow card on that one, because it's just so unnecessary, 110 yards from your own goal.
Motion's really boiling over here. It was Casper Moles coming out of goal to have a word with the referee, Sergio Gonzalez. But he's got his hands full keeping this one under control here tonight with the amount of players carrying yellows.
Well, and you'll remember that Nick Simmonds picked up a yellow about 5 minutes ago for a challenge with Nikola Markovic on the other side of the field. So those two don't like each other too much going forward. And Sergio Gonzalez, he's got to get this game under control, because we've seen time and again now some really tough challenges and emotions running high. Two of the best in the country doing battle, and a really tough game to referee, but you got to be able to tamp it down if you're the center official.
Just saw the list of yellow cards, including both coaches. Moles off the free kick. Smacked up in the air by Maloney. That's going to be another throw in for Virginia here. We tick down towards 33 minutes left in this one. Early stages of the second half. We're awaiting the return of Donovan Phillip, the nation's leading goal scorer for NC State. This would be, and there he is. He's had 3 game winners this year, only 6 goals last year. Well, this year he's broken out with 14. Top goal scorer in the nation from St. Lucia. Played in the USL, in the second tier of the USL, and apparently this was really, really good for his game, Patty, and came back almost a different player.
Well, so much of being a goal scorer is your form and your confidence. And, you know, he spent the summer with Flint City Bucks in the USL too, played 12 games, bagged 12 goals and 9 assists, and he's just carried that forward into the fall and really has been scoring at an absolutely ridiculous clip.
Palin now. Markovic plays it wide. This one's hit up the line by Maloney. UVA can sit on it a little bit here. Sente, Simmonds. Oh, that's a good ball from Simmonds. It's going to earn Virginia a corner. He found the run of Alex Parvu. Nice work between those two, or is it a goal kick? So here we go. Donovan Phillip will come back in the game. Here's where he ranks in the Division I attacking areas. No one has scored more goals in the country.
Well, if you're in need of a goal, there's no one you want more on your team than Donovan Phillip. He is just an absolute goal-scoring machine. Though, since that red card, he's been forced to play a little bit deeper. It'll be interesting to see where he's deployed here in the final half hour for Mark Hubbard. Are they going to allow him to play a little bit higher, start to commit numbers, and see if you can sneak one back?
NC State averages 21 shots a game and close to 3 goals per game.
Also entering for UVA, number 9, AJ
UVA
Smith.
off the corner here. Oh, that's a nice looking curling ball. It's one at the near post, but this is still loose in the box here, and you're going to get a free kick for NC State. AJ Smith comes in for Beauvoir. Phillips' first touch there, and it's knocked away. Virginia again holding on to a 1-0 lead here. The rate we're going here, probably everyone's going to walk away with a yellow here tonight. Another long throw in now for NC State. Tefis goes towards the near post. As the flick on there. No, it's defended well. Chance to break out here for Virginia. This is a tackle that's going to have to be timed perfectly. It slows down Simmonds. Valentino came out of the middle to make that tackle to kill off that counterattack.
Well, part of the rebuild here for Mark Hubbard has been the support that he's gotten from the Raleigh soccer community. And now you see NC State averaging over 1,800 fans a game, good for second in the conference. That's up almost 70% in just 2 years since he's taken over. These fans love their Wolfpack. They are some of the loudest in the country, and you've heard them here for 60 minutes tonight, making a huge difference.
Yeah, they're keeping their team in it. In the box it comes here. Over 2,800 fans here tonight at the Dale Soccer Stadium. And at the ACC soccer environments are second to none, both on the men's and women's side. Under 30 minutes left. Simmonds was trying to get turned. Quick restart here. This week's featured ACC Network's women's soccer match. Big Ten top battle. Thursday night, 7 Eastern. Notre Dame will host number 6 Florida State at Alumni Stadium in South Bend. You can also get it on the all-new ESPN app. That's Notre Dame, number 2 in the nation, against number 6 Florida State on the women's side. Been a choppy game, lots of fouls, yellow cards. One of those games that focus and concentration become a very important thing, Patty.
Well, certainly, and with the amount of set pieces that there are, concentration is so key, because one of those bounces goes the wrong way, and this is an equalized game for NC State. They've asked a lot of questions. They've risen to the occasion going down to 10 men, but it's 27 and change to play. You wonder physically, where's this NC State team at? They've played down a man for almost the entirety of the game, expending a lot of energy. Can they continue to do so through the final moments of this game and perhaps find an equalizer?
And the frustration for them, it's a stop and start kind of game, which in some ways favors Virginia. Tommy, he goes direct again in the channel. It's a good knockback. This is NC State trying to slip their way through. Trying to plow his way through there was Drew Lovelace. They've won it back. Shot from Phillip is blocked. And as time relative to score ticks down, we're going to see this game jump into another layer and level of urgency.
Virginia's playing with fire in their own half there. It's just too many touches individually trying to get out from the back through the dribble. Can they knock the ball around, start to make NC State chase the game? You're up a man, you're up a goal on the road in what could be a massive 3 points in conference play. You got to be smarter with the ball at your feet, pivot the game, get side to side, and really make NC State expend a ton of energy here to finish the final 25.
Vicente goes back. Here's Aquaboa. Arvu tried to spin out of there. He's trying to win it back now. It's NC State in possession. Over the top, here is the nation's leading goal scorer trying to get on the end of that, number 7, Donovan Phillip. But Casper Moles, very aware off his line, controls his box. Aquaboa. Again, NC State trying to win the ball higher up the field. They force this long ball, but it doesn't connect. It just gets swiveled right back at them. Marco dos Santos. The game-winning assist against Louisville. He's going to lay a nice ball on here. Smith was turned away. De Vicente's cross had some venom in it. It was headed away by NC State. Strength and power to break out. He's going to be offside. He just went that little bit too early, Donovan Phillip, but boy, that was a huge opportunity for NC State.
Well, he just gets a little bit overzealous and finds himself a yard offside, does Donovan Phillip. But this is how NC State can beat you, man down or not. They're so athletic and they get out in transition so quickly that if you're Virginia and you are able to find some of that possession, you have to be very organized and keep an eye on the nation's top goal scorer at all times, whether you're with the ball or without.
That was Aiden Payne who got turned, fought off the challenge physically, and drove right at the heart of the Virginia defense. Simmonds is now dropping a lot deeper in midfield here, and in some ways is playmaking a bit and trying to help out with the possession side of things.
And Virginia already at least one man up in midfield. Nick Simmonds dropping in, as you note, and giving an extra blue shirt. And if you got that many players in the center of the park, you better be able to enjoy the lion's share of possession here and really work the game side to side.
What George Galnavach told us right before the beginning of the second half. Can we dictate this game? Being a man up. Arvu, Gashi. And a nice ball away from pressure. Good wise ball there to De Vicente. He's got Smith to his left. He gets hacked down. You can hear him yell. Ball whipped into the box. Is there a second one here? Markovich comes away from it. Two players down for Virginia. That's De Vicente. And now Donovan Phillip gets fouled. Another yellow card comes out from the referee, Sergi Gonzalez.
You see bodies strewn across the pitch there. Nick Simmonds starting to feel the effects of the job he's put in here tonight, but Marco Dos Santos going into the book for a challenge at midfield. You see Philip does a good job just getting his body in between the player and the ball, and a bad angle taken there from Marco Dos Santos. But just before that, at the top of the Virginia box, and you see him still down there, is Jesus De Vicente. He took a challenge from Drew Lovelace that I am shocked that Sergio Gonzalez is not going back to give the senior a second yellow card on, because it was a really bad one, and one that he's lucky not to be sent off for.
And you bring up a good point. I think the definition of a foul right now is probably kind of nebulous to both of these teams.
And I mean, that's a player sitting on a yellow card, Glenn, in Drew Lovelace, that takes a sliding challenge from behind, doesn't touch the ball. It's definitely playing with fire.
We had that Markovic foul too on Nick Simmonds at the other end of the field earlier in the half that we were kind of astounded wasn't called as a foul also. It's an opportunity now for both coaches to talk to their teams. College basketball season will start November 3rd. ACC Network gets you ready with the ACC tip-off. Again, this comes from Charlotte, the conference's annual preseason media days. It's wall-to-wall coverage. 8 hours of coverage beginning 9 a.m. Eastern for 3 straight days. The women are featured tomorrow and Tuesday morning, then the men Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. Team previews, interviews, all 36 head coaches and players from each team. You can always watch each day streaming on the all-new ESPN app. That will get you ready for the upcoming college basketball season, both on the men and women's side.
Well, a lot of excitement heading into basketball season for both of these schools, Glenn. 2 new coaches, Virginia, Ryan Odom taking the helm, and NC State, Will Wade. So a lot of excitement, a lot of stylistic changes, and should be a fantastic college basketball slate.
All the coverage right there beginning for that November 3rd tip-off for college basketball. Up now is Jesus De Vicente. George Gelnovich looking to make some changes here. Looks to be bringing on Samuel Oluda and Bakari Tanjigolora, who has been a starter this year. Surprised you haven't seen him tonight.
I am a bit surprised that we haven't seen Tanjigora, because he provides a little bit of energy, but both Sami Olue and Bakary Tanjigora, freshmen with not a lot of experience, on the road against a very physical veteran NC State team. Knowing George Gelnovich and how he likes to play these games, I'm not shocked. However, if they can insert a little bit of energy and perhaps a spark moving forward, they are certainly capable of doing so.
Since the 8th minute, the Wolfpack have been paying a man down. It was Tolentino talking to the referee, Sergio Gonzalez. Herb is going to drive this in.
Bakary Tanjigora.
So Bakary Tanjigora comes on as well. Moles had initially come from it for it. It's a second ball. It's bouncing around the box. Virginia's going to get it cleared. NC State is going to curl a ball towards the back post. It's laid down, but nobody there. Virginia picks it up. And the switch of play is on. To the back post, it's going to go over everybody, but Virginia is going to remain in possession. Jesus De Vicente Stands on it, gets a whipped-in cross. That one's steered out of there by Markovic. And there's a long-range hit. What a hit off the side netting. But a bit of a tester, not a bad idea there from Nick Dang.
And Dang just pleading with Sergio Gonzalez, thinking that one took a little bit of a deflection. It's a ball that comes straight out to the center back. He looks up with one idea in mind, and as you say, he hits that one on a tee and doesn't miss that upper corner by much.
There's the shot count here in the second half. NC State 3-1 over Virginia. With under 20 minutes to go here, Virginia's making this one goal from Nick Simmonds' stand here in Raleigh. Kayla scoops it forward. Gora was the target over there. Coming out defensively was Riley Maloney. Freshman from Derbyshire, England. Got his first goal in the UNC Wilmington game in that 3-0 victory in their last match.
That's good. I'll give you that much. Okay, yep. All right. Thank you.
Off the long throw. Ball's still loose. NC State wanting the handball, not going to get it. A lot of this has come down to fighting for aerial balls and second balls here today, Patty.
And by design, NC State has made this game a bit muddy and a bit broken. You have to do that if you're going to be down a player, as we see yet again another physical challenge, this time from the freshman Tanjagora. But you got to credit NC State and the job they've done in not allowing Virginia to really hit their rhythm at any point tonight. And really, they've gone toe-to-toe with full-strength Virginia, and perhaps will feel hard done that they haven't found a goal of their own.
Good point. It's Tommy racing inside. He's going to eventually go back. This is Tolentino. He gets stripped there. Good work from A.J. Smith of Virginia. Here's A.J. Smith. Boy, he waits a beautiful pass in behind NC State. And the final touch there, just too strong. But credit A.J. Smith. He was the orchestrator of that attack for UVA. Tried to put in the run of Parvu.
Well, we talked about Nick Simmonds and the job he's done the second half, dropping into midfield to receive the ball. This time it's A.J. Smith. The big man does really well coming into midfield, combining with those center midfielders, and then slipping one in behind for Parvu. Ultimately, Parvu's touch lets him down, but that's one of the better sequences in possession that we've seen from Virginia really all night.
Yeah, really turned NC State so they were running back towards their own goal. It hasn't happened very often here tonight. It's the big ball towards Donovan Phillip. Under 17 minutes left
And number 10, Tate Healy.
in Raleigh, North Carolina. Virginia holding on to the lead. Healy comes on for Lovelace.
Now you're going back to the starting 11, or now it's starting 10 for NC State, but the starters have been reinserted. Mark Hubbard clearly time to put the pedal to the metal and try to find that equalizer.
It's been a fight for both teams. It's a lot of sweat equity, a lot of emotion, and still plenty of soccer to be played here. has gotten a lot of the ball on the right side of the field here tonight. He's been trying to penetrate, and he has at times. Here he gets a nice ball inside. He found the feet of Healy, who just came into the game. Ball goes towards the back post. Phillip is going to try to run this one down. It's one back again by NC State. Virginia living on the edge here. Up a man. Chance to break out maybe. Except for an excellent tackle here. For a moment we thought Virginia was off in transition. Not for the tackle from Carlos Santamaria. Switch is on. Markovich will get it there. Maloney. Santamaria. Maloney has beaten one. Continue forward. Maloney just wrestled the UVA player to the ground. This is going to be interesting. Well, not to belabor referees, but do you think Sergio Gonzalez has been too involved here tonight?
Probably, yeah. And listen, he's had a tough job from the get-go. And anytime you give a red card that early in a match, the emotions are going to be bubbling high. And these are two very physical teams. So again, it's a tough task to referee this game. But at times he has made it a little bit too much about the yellow shirts and not enough about the blue and white. And in that case, that's not a yellow card for Nick Dang. And yet there he is in the book alongside so many others.
Tenja Jagora trying to turn the corner. And he's going to get called for the foul.
The last yellow card was awarded to number 2, Nick Dang of Virginia.
And tonight, 9 yellow cards and 1 red. This is Tommy now. He's got his head up. He's going to play a long ball here. Alvin Gashi, who was down on the ground after a tackle for Virginia. If you look at this right now, this is huge result if Virginia can hold on to it. And equally dramatic if NC State can come back and find an equalizer here.
And Virginia's playing with fire because they've dropped in deep now and are allowing NC State to come at them a bit and look for that equalizer. You got to think, if you're up a man, up a goal, can you just dictate the pace of play, knock the ball around, and make the white shirts chase?
They've done it at times, but maybe not consistently, huh?
Yeah, I think if you're George Galnavach, you'd like to see a bit more possession, especially up a man for what will be 82 minutes of this game. However, credit NC State. They've been really organized. They've been physical. They've muddied the game. They haven't allowed Virginia to really have any sort of rhythm going forward. So, listen, anytime you can get 3 points on the road in the ACC, if that's the case for Virginia, it'll be a massive win.
And let's be fair. I think Virginia has defended their box quite well today in front of Casper Moles. All the long throw-ins and balls put into the box, they've done quite well.
Well, they haven't. We talked about how dangerous NC State has been off the set piece. 13 of their 29 goals this year coming off set pieces, and they've had no shortage of set pieces. I mean, it's been long throw after long throw, and to keep the Wolfpack shut out thus far, at least, it certainly is job well done for that back line of UVA.
Mark Hubbard off his bench, year number 2 for NC State. Just saw the change. Finally, you're going to get a look at Reese Miller here. Mentioned him earlier.
Reese Miller's a guy who had a fantastic freshman and sophomore campaign, was season last year was cut short due to a knee injury, but can be, when he's at his best, can be among the nation's best at that wing back spot. Credit to Alex Parvu, though. He put in a really good shift for 78 minutes, was physical and got into a lot of challenges. So can Reese Miller step into what has been a pretty physical game and get in and rise to the level very quickly?
And not an easy position to be put into with 11 minutes left in a game that's this intense and physical, but you got to get up to speed right away. Reese Miller from Houston, Texas. DeVicente, A.J. Smith, Virginia in possession. It's a bad ball. It's Donovan Phillips. Big tackle.
It's really well timed there from Jed Aquaboa not to allow Donovan Phillips out in space in transition, because we've seen that time and again this season. It's pretty lethal.
Over the top comes Virginia. Coming out of the middle, Heffes. One back by Gashi. Virginia now getting some numbers forward here. A bunch of step overs. There's a good shooting chance potentially here. They help it on. A right-footed shot is blocked. Second ball, a chance on the doorstep is cleared. Olua had a chance to make it two. Big block.
Well, it's really good patience and composure from Virginia in and around the box. Pela to DeVicente, back to Pela. Ultimately, it falls for Semi Ulue, and a tremendous block in the end from Isaac Heffes to keep this at a 1-0 game.
Taking the corner for UVA, number 3,
Heffes tonight
DeVicente.
with the long throw-ins, but this was a huge block from him. DeVicente. Good for Virginia here. Clock will stop.
Taking the corner for UVA is number 11, Semi Ulue.
And it comes to the back post. Gotta make sure that NC State can't break out in transition here, because everybody was captively forward for UVA. One pass away from it, but it's cleared. And it'll be a foul on Tommy, who was marauded up and down this right side here. They were hoping they were going to get the long throw in back in play. Another yellow card comes out.
Well, it's a good recovery in the end from Reese Miller just to whack this one out of bounds, because it comes on a Virginia corner kick. The ball pops out to Bakary Tanjagora, and he's just messing around with the ball at the top of the box and allows NC State to get out in transition. Ultimately, though, well done from Miller, and then some frustration from Kellen Tommy goes into the book alongside so many others from Sergio Garcia. Just a bit of dissent.
You saw Reese Miller's emotion after making that tackle. It's a bouncing ball here. It's A.J. Smith in and around it. Tommy's just going to give it a ride. Back comes Virginia. Under 8 minutes left. Nobody really getting extended possession at this point. It's just kind of being driven back and forth at times. And NC State's going to get a free kick now. They can move up the field here. This is not over. Under 7 minutes left.
And again, Virginia's just forcing the ball into those forward positions. You're up a goal with 7 minutes to play. Just knock it around midfield, around the back line, and make NC State chase. They don't have the numbers to do so. And yet again, Virginia just seems to be forcing it forward.
Again, it's won back by NC State. Santa Maria, Tommy. Ephes. Markovic is now kind of coming forward here, trying to join in more, the center back for NC State. You see him there. Make that McLean. My apologies. Great work defensively there from Isaac Heffes. He goes back to Logan Erb. Markovic. Santa Maria now. The Wolfpack trying to carry it forward here. Again, looking for the knockdown, don't get it, is NC State. Smith trying to break through. Sweeping tackle for Markovic. McLean now. Is there any end product here for NC State? McLean picks up a second ball. He's gotten it wide here. Here's Phillip. Donovan Phillip trying to get to the end line. Out for the goal kick. Tremendous defending there from Jed Akwaboah. Akwaboah has provided great minutes here.
He has. Coming in on at halftime, he has done almost everything correct in that back line for Virginia. And anytime you get Donovan Phillip isolated one-on-one, usually it means there's going to be a chance. Jed Akwaboah, in that case, though, does so well physically just to see that ball out of bounds.
Nakai Antoine comes on for Healy for NC State. And not an easy game for Akwaboah to come into, replacing, as you had mentioned, Zachary Ehrenpress, who was carrying the yellow. Boy, he has been timely in the tackle, has been assured, has not let people penetrate behind him. He's been exceptional. Well, we got another stoppage here. And that's Riley Maloney. Well, we mentioned how difficult the schedules from here on out they become. Look at this. Notre Dame coming up with Chad Riley's squad, then Clemson and Mike Noonan, then you go to SMU. The good news is you get those two at home.
Well, Notre Dame, that'll be a tremendous game next Friday, but you almost have to circle that Clemson match, because if Virginia is able to get a result against Notre Dame, and let's say Clemson gets a result against NC State on the weekend, that game could potentially be for the regular season title in the ACC. Don't count SMU out. They are certainly getting it together and streaking, but those are three of the best teams in the ACC to close the slate for George Galnavach, making the next 3.5 minutes all the more important. The 3 points on the road against the number 2 team in the country would be massive for the Cavaliers.
And then NC State has an equally difficult schedule, and as you mentioned, they started Friday against Clemson.
Well, they need some results. I mean, quite frankly, they're sitting at 6 coming into this game at 1-0-2 in the ACC. Let's say they take a loss here tonight. They're going to need to pick up some points. It's kind of an absurd thing to say. The number 2 team in the country is already behind the 8 ball, but that's the ACC for you, and it's going to get no easier with Ransford Gian and the Clemson Tigers coming to town.
Yeah, you're not lying. I'm sitting here looking at number 2 in the nation on my notes, and you're mentioning how they need these points desperately here in the ACC, and you're all right. It is the ranking within the ranking. Short one here from Virginia. It's whipped in towards the near post. This is good for them. They're going to get a corner here. More time to tick away. Max Ogawa has come on for the Wolfpack. Curled in again towards the near post, trying to get a shot off. It's blocked. That was Sebastian Popp, who was getting grabbed and clutched. Still got a shot off, but it was blocked. Would have been a second. NC State still alive here. They give it away. Every decision now magnified here in the final minutes. There was a good one. Donovan Phillips was trying to get there. It's going to go out for the goal kick. Herb will drive it forward. Chance for NC State to get up the field here now. Under 2 minutes left. Moles will drive it out of there. And Virginia will get the throw in. We'd like to get Isaac Heffes on another one of these long throw-ins. NC State. Herb is off his line. He's going to knock it forward towards the halfway line. Heffes, Markovic now. Gets it wide to Tommy. Tommy veering inside with the outside of the foot. Played it forward. It's won back again by Virginia.
In the second half, 1 minute.
Here's a shot, is blocked. For the moment there, it was threatening from Donovan Phillip. Still not over. Ball's going to get launched in the box. This is a big one to win out here. Virginia's going to get out of here. Going to be a free kick for Virginia. Big moment for Reese Miller. And they're going to be able to see this out and go to 7-1-2 overall by just knocking this the length of the field. Patty, start putting the bow on this.
Well, it wasn't pretty for Virginia, I'll tell you that from the start. NC State, you got to give a lot of credit. Going down a man, 8 minutes into this match, they played with 10 men for 82 minutes, and they made it tough on Virginia. They pressed, they found chances through set pieces, but ultimately just couldn't find the back of the net. You got to give a lot of credit, as we see another ball headed forward here. You got to give a lot of credit to the back line of Virginia, whether it was the starting three of Zach Aaron Price, Sebastian Popper, Nick Dang, the insertion of Jed Aquaboa. They gave NC State absolutely nothing through the run of play, and ultimately they're rewarded with a massive 3 points on the road.
And Virginia will put the first blemish on NC State in this season. They will go to 8-1-2, the Wolfpack. Virginia goes to 7-1-2. And more importantly, gets the vital result here in the ACC. Virginia 1-0 winners today